Hey, everybody. Welcome to Push Positive Live. My name is Melissa Jakubovic here at mycoachmelissa.com. I think I'm a little crooked today, so I hope that you can see me just fine. I also have my computer here so that I can read any comments that come through. So thank you guys so much for being here. We're here every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to push positive. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different format. Usually I do a breathing exercise and talk about our topic, but I just want to give you a little bit of insight into what's been going on. I'm trying to pull it up here on my computer, but I don't see it yet. But if you guys have any comments, I'll pop on over to the computer and check it out. There we go. I think it's happening now. So thank you guys for being on. If you have questions, pop them in. Today, I just want to talk to you guys about real life. What really goes on behind the Facebook Lives, behind the camera, behind the social media, and let you just know that I'm human and you guys are human, and usually I'm here supporting you guys through all of your life struggles. I love getting emails from you guys. I try to pick topics that you all have suggested that you guys are having trouble with. So today, I just want to do something a little bit different, and there we go. I can see if you guys have comments now. I'm online. So I just want to tell you guys that this week for me has been a huge challenge in so many different areas of my life. And if you've read my book, Push Positive, you know that I believe in the wheel of life, where life is categorized into 6 different slices of a pie that are ever changing. So you could have an amazing, like a really high number that you're scaling on in one area of life and really low number in another area of your life. And that's forever changing. So you're not going to always have $1 million and a really shitty relationship. That could change. You can lose some money. You can have a better relationship. The goal is to get all these slices of your life to be the best that they can be. And every day is a challenge trying to make the best of your life in every area of your life. Now, with that being said, these slices of life can change day to day. They can change year to year. And sometimes you're just in a funk and you feel like the life has been sucked out of you and you don't know where to go from there. Now, that could be a very scary place because when you're feeling low, you don't really have the energy to push forward and make yourself a better person. And that's when you really need to the most. So I just want to, hi, thanks for being on. I see your comments now because I got my computer on. Awesome. So I just want to let you guys know that that's okay. It's okay that life is forever changing. It's okay that some days you're feeling on top of the world. Some days you feel like utter crap. So that's just natural. That's okay. The challenge is to not get stuck in the utter crap mode and never make your way out of it, because that's when things get really tough and when things are really hard and you don't push yourself further, you can actually sink even deeper and lower. So today I just want to talk to you a little bit about what's been going on in my life, not too detailed, but just like an overview so that you guys can see that it happens to all of us. It takes the best of us sometimes. Sometimes it's the weather. It's been raining nonstop for the past few days. Maybe that can take a toll. But life is forever changing. It's always different. Some days you have amazing things happen to you and you feel amazing and you have butterflies in your stomach and things are so exciting. And some days you just feel crushed and everything seems to be falling apart. And when that happens, you could feel sorry for yourself. You could feel sad. You could feel like the world is attacking you and you become a victim of your circumstance. And I'm not saying not to ever do that, but the goal is to realize that that's what's happening so that you can take yourself out of that. So I'm human, you're human. I'm here to motivate you every week and give you a sense of positivity in your life. But I want you to know that that doesn't mean that I'm this happy person 100% of the time. I try to be, and that's the goal, to always try and be the best version of myself. And that's the goal that I encourage you guys to have for yourself as well. But it's not a reality that you're happy 100% of the time, because different things happen, different experiences take an effect on you, different People in your life have things going on as well, and over a long period of time, that could really weigh you down. So the goal is to learn how to get your wings back so that you can snap out of it. And what I like to do is really understand when I'm feeling unhappy, why I'm feeling unhappy, what is causing these things. You know, over the last week, I've experienced a lot of pain, a lot of loss, a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of negative things that have been going on. And so naturally, one thing after another, and you just feel like, what is happening? Why is this happening to me? And you do feel like the victim. And I know a bunch of you can relate to me with that. So I just want to let you know that, you know, life is, it's not we wake up today, we decide what's happening, and that's the way it goes. We have to kind of go with the flow. This is not an end-all be-all. It is an everyday journey that goes up and down, and sometimes we have really high moments, and sometimes we have really low moments. And even getting stuck in the high moments is not necessarily healthy. It's great to always push towards being positive and push towards being your happiest self. But if you're always experiencing life in an unrealistic point of view, sometimes that could also have a negative effect as well. So being happy is wonderful. Being happy is the goal of my life. And I think that everything that goes on in life should be centered around the fact, does that make me happy? But that doesn't mean that I'm always happy. So I want to just let you know what I did this weekend to overcome the pain and loss and frustration and hurt and sadness and anger that was going on in my life. And it really took a toll on me this weekend. I spent a lot of time crying. I spent a lot of time feeling sorry for myself. I wanted to be alone a lot. I spent some time in nature, and all of these things are healing. Now, I never sat there and wallowed in my sadness thinking I'm stuck here for the rest of my life and I'm going to be sad and life is over and there's no point in doing this and whatever. Now, I maybe had some of those feelings when I was feeling bad and sorry for myself, but I always had the intention of crawling out of it. And that's where you need to be. If you're having issues with grief, loss, sadness, frustration, things aren't going the way that you want them to go, if any piece of that pie in your life is not where you want it to be, just know that it's not a final destination. And you have the power and the ability to push yourself out of that and move to a happier space. And that might take some time, but it's worth the effort, because the way you feel today is not necessarily how you're going to feel a year from now, or even a week from now, or even tomorrow morning. You can wake up and have a whole different perspective on life. So I surrounded myself with great friends who were able to talk to me. And I think that's a really important thing to do, to surround yourself with people that love you, that support you, that want what's best for you. They have your best interest in mind. If you're struggling with the fact that you don't have a lot of friends, then social media is a great outlet for that. There's groups of people who have similar interests to you and are willing to reach out and help, as long as you're willing to reach out and ask for the help. If you don't ask for the help, nobody knows that you need it. So you do have to be an advocate for yourself. You have to be able to put action towards what you need. If you just sit in bed, rolled up in a ball, and cry for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, nobody knows you need help. You haven't reached out to anybody. You haven't made any action to try and do anything better. And so you will stay in that space. And that's where it gets really scary and dark and lonely. And then you don't see your way out of the tunnel. And I've been there before, so I know how that works. But since I've been there and I've said to myself, I will never go back there, then when I do have a sad moment or something that's really crushing, I have to remember that this is a temporary state of mind, and it's up to me to overcome it. So of course, lean on your friends. Of course, take the alone time that you need. I love to watch Netflix, and I watch all these funny shows, comedy specials, some sitcoms, things that can make me laugh, because one way to combat sadness is with happiness. So if you if you give yourself the opportunity to be surrounded by things that make you happy, then you might not feel happy at that very moment, but it definitely helps wear off that sadness. So surround yourself with friends, go hiking in nature, or just sit out in a garden and smell the flowers. If you're an outdoorsy person, I always love being outside when I'm feeling sad. I think it's very healing. You could do yoga or meditation. Really take a look at your spiritual side. And I don't mean be religious or anything. I think spirituality and being religious are two separate things. So I'm talking about being in connection with your own energy. And the way that you can do that is to really go to the ground, the surface of where your energy comes from. And that's the people you surround yourself with. If you're extroverted, you want to surround yourself with a lot of people. If you're introverted, maybe you want to read a book and be with yourself, with your own thoughts. Maybe you want to talk to yourself. Maybe you want to talk to your friends. Maybe you want to watch some TV or be in nature, meditating, just understanding that there is a deeper level to yourself. And if you are in it, you're in your sadness, you're really unhappy, and that's all you think about, it's really hard to see anything else. So relying on your friends to be there for you, to have a shoulder to cry on, or just to talk, will really give you a different perspective from their view. And people can see things from the outside that you can't see from the inside. So when you're coming at life with sadness, or you're depressed, or you're just feeling down, and you looking through these glasses of depression, that's all you see. But everyone around you can see all these beautiful things. So I want you to think about what there is in this world that you can be grateful for, or that you do see beauty in, regardless of the pain that you're going through at that moment. And validate that pain and know that that pain is okay, and give yourself the permission to just check out for a few days. That's okay. I didn't respond to any work emails. I have a lot of catching up to do. I didn't work at all this weekend, which is unlike me. I was just feeling really crappy. And that's very human. That's a human experience. And the way that I deal with that is just taking that time and knowing that it's okay to take me time. Instead of just a half hour every day, I took like 4 days of me time, and I needed it. And I listened to myself and my body and my mind and my emotions. Everything said, take this time. You need it. I didn't touch my computer for several days because I needed it. It's mental healing. It's healing mentally, it's healing emotionally, and it's a necessity of life. So when you feel down in the dumps, don't say, I'm stuck here forever. Say, okay, I recognize that I feel like crap, and I'm going to take the time that I need to heal, with the intent of crawling out of it very soon. Don't get stuck there. That is the trick, because if you get stuck there, it's very, 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 very hard to come out of it. So you can't always be happy, just like you can't always be sad. There are good and bad in life. And so you need to be able to mix those together and understand that some days are going to be better than others, and that's just the way that it is, but that's not the end road. It's a long journey. So today might be good, tomorrow might suck, the next day might be the best day of your life. You have no idea what's coming, and you don't have a way of knowing what's coming. So constantly trying to do what's best for you and be the best person for yourself is one of the ways to move out of that. So I wanted to tell you also about eating healthy. A lot of times when people are feeling sad, they just like, that's it, life sucks. Where is my big tub of ice cream? I'm going to sit in front of the TV and eat as much ice cream as I can. Well, let me tell you what happens when you do that. Of course, you can indulge in some things. I'm all about moderation, and ice cream is one of my favorite foods. But when you associate a negative emotion with overindulging in food, then you're going to hurt your stomach. You might get a stomach ache. You have a brain up here, but you also have a brain in your stomach, and you're not going to feel good about yourself after you've eaten a gallon of ice cream. So you might actually make yourself feel worse. And if you're not feeling well physically, then you're not going to feel well emotionally. You might self-sabotage in that way, and then come back and be like, oh, I can't believe I just ate all this ice cream. I suck. So you're going to be stuck in this negativity. So try to eat healthy when you're feeling bad. I was eating a lot of salads. I wasn't eating a lot while I was sad, because sometimes your emotions are taking over your your stomach and there's no room for food, but just to try and focus on being healthy in all areas of your life when you're feeling sad will slowly help you creep out of it. So take into account your physical health as well as your emotional and mental health. And so I have a few affirmations for today that I was saying to myself over this weekend to try and overcome my grief and my loss and my pain and my unhappiness. And so I want to share those with you because what I think is really important when you are going through something negative in your life, and we all do, and we all have, and you will again, it's important to understand that that is just one perspective of like one side of the coin. And so you can take that negative emotion and you can flip it to something positive and then use it as an affirmation that will help pull yourself towards the more positive side of life, pull you out of that negativity so you can see the other side of the coin. So I wrote these down here, and one of them is, I allow myself to feel this fully and to be right here. So when I'm feeling like crap and maybe I'm crying and maybe I want to be alone or whatever it is, that's true. That's a fact. And there's a lot of negative emotions going on in my head at that time. But if I can say in a positive way, I allow myself to feel this fully. However it comes, I allow myself to feel this fully and to be right here. Then it kind of gives me the permission to allow myself to have a moment of negativity, to take a step back and say, all right, today's just not a great day. And I'm going to feel it 100%. So I'm not holding anything back. And that gives me a positive way to look at it. Another affirmation is that today I choose to heal. So when I normally am on my computer and I'm working really well, like I'm very busy and I'm constantly working and I'm driven and I'm motivated and it's work, and I want to help all these people with my health coaching or with my marketing, and I just need to take a day off and I need to stop. Instead of saying, oh, I suck at my job and I can't believe I'm not on my computer, and just constantly saying negative things about myself, change it to something positive. So my affirmation is, today I choose to heal. And that gives me the permission to take the day off and heal, whatever that means, however you heal. I chose to do yoga, meditation, go on a hike, spend time with friends, watch Netflix, and laugh at things that made me laugh, like that were funny. So I took a whole day off, and instead of saying, I can't believe that I took a whole day off of work, instead I choose to heal today. And that really did help me get through it. And the last one is, I can still see love in the world. So when everything comes crashing down, everything's not working for you, you have more than one stressor in your life at a time, and sometimes you have 5, 6, 10 stressors in your life, and you just feel like you got to throw your hands up and surrender and say, I can't do this anymore, I'm done. I want you to also notice that there's love in the world. There are beautiful things around you in the world. So really, when you have these depression goggles on or these woe is me goggles on, I want you to just take them down your nose a little bit like a librarian and be like, I can still see the love and the beauty in this world. So while you might be feeling like crap, you might be feeling like you can't find success and you can't survive another moment of this crap that's happening to you, I want you to realize that you're seeing that from your own perspective, but an outsider can see so much more. So I want you to take yourself outside of your mind for a minute, outside of your body, and see what others see and notice the beauty and the love in this world. So the last affirmation is that I can still see the love in the world. And let that help you slowly creep out of your sadness. Don't wallow in your sadness for too long. I'm not saying to ignore your sadness. I'm all about wallowing, but make it short and sweet so that you're not stuck there forever. Put your wings back on and say, today I'm going to soar. Today is going to be my day, and make it happen. But take the time that you need to heal. It's so important, because if you don't, you're going to be rushing through life, moving to the next thing happening, still feeling like crap, pretending that you feel great, and it's going to actually make you feel worse. So if there's a moment where you feel stuck in life, or you feel like nothing's working for you, or you just want to cry, do it. Cry, let it out, let those emotions run. Men and women, let the emotions run free, and then pick up yourself and move on. So I hope that this helped you. If you guys have questions, pop them in the comments below and I will come back and check them out. I don't have all the answers, but I do know that you are not going to be stuck here forever. Nothing is forever. It's always temporary, and as long as you're taking action towards doing the right thing that makes you a better person for yourself, you're going to have a much better outcome. Okay, so I hope this helps. I will see you next week, Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Push Positive. Have a great week. Bye-bye.